my friends. Oh, yes, indeed. Let's go back to 1970 something, baby. Can we go back to the housing projects? I ain't ashamed to say I was raised in the housing projects. So today on Over 50 and Fantabulous, we start a new series of cooking. I'm just going to keep it real. Back in the day, things were simple. You didn't have no air fryer. No, you didn't. You didn't have no air fryer. You didn't have nothing. Hey, Miss Lena. Back in the day in about 1970 something, baby, you didn't have no air fryer. You have no microwave. No, you didn't. You just cooked off the little itty bitty little stove. And you did the best you could with what you had. Let's go back to the housing projects. Woo! Yes. Child, I've been working on these wings. I had to cut the wings in half and cut the little extra piece off. They've been frying. And back in the day, we had Mitch-Matchy pans. Oh yes, Mitch-Matchy pan. Anybody know what a Mitch-Matchy pan is? Well, there be. Yeah, they're kind of cousins. They're not even close to being twins. And you know, remember just cooking on something like this? Yup, that's my extra pan to bake with. Then you got your regular pan with some foil on it. The hot sauce of choice. Tonight is gonna be Sweet Baby Ray's, my friends. What did I do? I cleaned the chicken wings. We cut them in half. We cut that extra piece off the chicken wings. We put some adobo on these bad boys and put them to fry. Those are about ready because we're going to put them in the oven. Yes, we is. Aren't we, sweetie? My faithful companion. She's always right near my feet. That cat, I'm telling you, she don't miss nothing. She gotta be right with me. Hold on, let me slide you back. Oh, you can see what I is doing. And I got all this chicken in here. I was trying to find chicken wings. I told y'all I had a package in the freezer yesterday. So I said, what am I gonna do with these chicken wings? I said I could fry them, I could bake them, I could put barbecue sauce in them, put them in the oven. I said, you know something? I'm going back to the projects. I'm just going to cook it the way I want to cook it. I was trying to look at all these different recipes and all that. I said, you know something? I'm just going to cook it the way I know how, and that's it. Who am I trying to impress with some fancy recipe? It's just me. Yes. We'll have no complaining from the peanut gallery. I'm just cooking the way I want to cook it. Why am I trying? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I need a, I guess I'll use this. We're going to turn this off. These are more cooked. Just plain old chicken wings, baby. Just fried up with adobo. Oh, yes, indeed. I can still see my mama with her hand on her hip, one hand on her hip and the other hand with a fork in it cooking. Back in the day. Now, if you hear, you're going to hear the air conditioner in the background because it is today 100 degrees here again. And if you hear a little silent cry, that's my kitty cat. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She's fed. She's got everything she needs. She's just meowing to meow. Probably want me to pick her up. I can't do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the hot sauce on. I'm gonna put the hot sauce on these. That thing is hot. We're gonna put the hot sauce on this and throw it in the oven for about 10 minutes. I know, baby. I know. It's not easy being a kitty cat. So I was over there in the shelter. I was minding my own business and they snatched me up. Now I got a fur coat on. It's about 100 degrees. You all right? Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how many chicken wings I had, for goodness sakes. I got one package of wings at Walmart for $9 and change. I mean, I just put adobo on these bad boys and fried them up. I'm taking it old school back to the project, just saying, you know what? I shouldn't be ashamed of my food. Food is food to me. I know that we have to be careful, you know, with what we eat or whatever. Now, what I'm going to do is move this pan out of the way. Boo-boo, I don't know. Mama don't know what to do for you. And then I'm going to take this pan and slide it over here and turn this off and have a look. I'm just going to turn them bad boys over. Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I got the chicken wings. Let me go see some kind of a recipe. I said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm just going to cook the way I like to cook. I'll get to the chat in a little bit. I'm just dealing with this right now. All right, that looks really good. I just wanted to make sure they were pretty well cooked. And to add insult to injury, I got a whole pizza over here. Yup, I got a whole pizza. I ain't eating the whole pizza, but I got a pizza. Pizza and wings, baby. All right, let's get the rest of these out of the pan. Let's just get the rest out. I finally got a hold to my younger sister. She had no idea that I had a cat, and oh, she lost her mind. I got a cat. You got a kitten? No! What is wrong with you? Why are you crying like that? You just ate about 5,000 times. I just got you some cold water out of the fridge. Your potty box is clean. Or what you want? You want me to sit down and hold you? I can't do that right now. Over here sounding like the top of an ambulance. She's like a little ambulance. Wow, wow. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but you need to stop. You need to chill. Yeah, no, you ain't getting no chicken. No. I know you ain't asking me. Who you arguing with? Look, she talking back to me. Uh-oh, man overboard. You so nosy. You always gotta be all up under me. You don't give me a break. If you're wondering if you think I'm talking to myself, you know it's hot and humid when my hair looks like a dry puffball. Watch this. See this? This, if you're wondering where the noise is coming from. Wait a minute. Oh, for goodness sakes. Right there. Can I help you? What's the problem? You don't even know why you crying. Child's crybaby day, I don't know. Oh yeah, she got all this food. Child, this cat ate about 4 times. And watch this. The closer I get to the food, she starts losing her mind. Watch. She acts like the food's not there. I'm telling you, she's got food. Now watch. I'll come close to the food. You see the food's right there? But she's looking at it like she don't want it. You want me to get fresh food? What is wrong with this? I just put this down. What's wrong with this food? I just put it down there. You want fresh food? Oh, you complaining. Oh, for goodness sakes. All right, look, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this plate. Hold on, I gotta flip the camera around. I'm gonna take this plate. No, no, now you're trying to eat it. No, no. We're gonna take this plate. Child, my hair looks like hell. I look terrible. Oh well. Okay, so we got the chicken wings out. And let them sit there just for a moment. Let me take care of this baby. I don't know. Child. I gotta stop putting myself down, but I tell you, been a rough one today. I picked up the litter box and all the stuff out of here, did a good sweeping and a mopping, and I dropped some ammonia. Ammonia kills worms and germs and stuff like that, just as an extra precaution. She's cleaned out now, but I said, you know what? It's time for me to do a good cleaning around the kitty cat area. So I picked everything up off the floor. We did a sweeping, we did a mopping, we did a disinfecting, and then we did a Lysoling, and then all the way into the living room. Then I went out. See, I just get a little nutty. You ever start out by just sweeping the floor, then you end up mopping, then you end up doing a whole bunch of more stuff, and about 3 hours later, you've cleaned the whole house? I was in that kind of a mode today. I started with her area, and then I just went onto my porch. I was outside hosing down the porch. I was near the front. I got all my little the outside little carpet. Forget what you call that. I got spray. I'm cleaning everything. It's been a long day. Look at that. Look at that cotton ball. Look at that. That's what it looks like when I first wash it. Continuing on. Now, I must say we have graduated with the kitty cat. Normally, she'd still be crying, but she's chilling. She's just sitting back there. She's just sitting there. Oh, you were just sitting there. Sit down. Stand up. Roll over. So much trouble from a 1-pound kitty cat. Let me hurry and get her food before she hurts me. Yes, ma'am. First thing you gotta learn is you gotta slide out of the way before you get caught in the refrigerator. I made up a big old batch of her food. Yes, I did. I said I'm saving myself. I'm saving myself some time. I got a big old batch of cat food, the same flavor. And I put my pumpkin in it. I'm ready like Freddy. Yes, ma'am. If you think I'm going to give you a chicken wing, you got something else coming. Now, I got her teepee put together. I didn't put the water dish. I must put the water dish, the gift that I was sent. I must put that water dish with the filter together. I got to put that down. I haven't done that yet. Child, this cat's got me running ragged. You stop complaining. What did I tell you before? You know what I said. Stop that. No. You ain't gonna be doing it. I don't care if you are little. No. You better chill. I'm trying to, I know because she's a kitten, she can't help it. But the problem is, you're going to put the food down. She's like, like a banshee, like she's like nuts, right? I'm trying to get her to calm down. And wants to jump up and kind of scratch and stuff and act cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I'm trying to get her to be calm. Now, you notice she's quiet now. Normally that would not be. She'd just be jumping up and down and acting crazy. No. I'm gonna break you of that habit. No. I gotta have some kind of a semblance of order. You're being really mean to a kitten. No, because one day it's gonna be a cat. She's gonna be big, and we have to have some kind of order. You can't have the cat running you around the house. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some semblance of order. Let me get you a napkin, okay? Give me a second. No, no, no. You're not gonna. I don't. I never, ever, ever let a cat, a dog, or a gerbil run me. I never let an animal run me. Mm-mm. Oh, I'm gonna love you and take extra special care of you, but you're not gonna jump on my leg, bite me on the ankle, scratch me up. No, 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 no. You're not gonna do that to me. Okay, see? This is it right here. Let's see. That's the cry I get. It used to be worse. And then, let me put it down. There you go. And you still, oh, you still had, what is it? Okay. I don't know. She's just looking back at me. I'm looking her over to make sure she's not hurt or anything, but everything looks fine. It's really hot in here. I got the air conditioner going. Yeah, I'm like, sometimes I don't know what to do. She's just doing what she do. Now where's that pan? Okay. What I wanted to do, the only way I'm gonna come on here, I'd have to come on the air at 4 o'clock in the morning when she's asleep. Yes. Do you notice she had to get one more word in? I said, well, there you go. She was like, and she went, I'm gonna get the last word in, lady. So here, child, I'm about to put you in the bathroom. No, no, excuse me a second. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I see what's going on here. No, 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 no. No, you just do that. Mm-mm. Oh, I just put her in the bathroom. Trust me, she's fine. We're gonna let her calm down in the bathroom. Let me rinse my hands. No, boo-boo, yeah. No, baby. No, baby. You ain't gonna run grandma. But anyways, I got 5,000 chicken wings. Trust me, I just got done scrubbing in the bathroom. I scrubbed the basket, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, when she starts acting like that, take your kitty cat, put them in the other room, let them chill. Just let them chill. This live TV, you get to see what I do. I do the same thing on or off camera. I'm not going to try to be a phony baloney. Oh, she's just being cute. No, she's being a pain in the butt. I'm putting her in the bathroom for a few minutes, so I do what I got to do. I ain't into fronting and trying to appear to be a certain set way. Trust me, she's fine. We have this sweet baby Rays. If one of you is gonna chirp up in the comments and say my cats never whine like little babies. My dogs and cats are always quiet. They never over complain, over bark, or over meow. No, Lynn, you're an animal. You're just being mean. You a lie. So you a lie. You better stop lying. Like your dog don't get up at 3 in the morning. So I don't want to pour too much. I just want to coat. With a little. This stuff is powerful. We coated in adobo. That's why it says the housing projects. We're doing it the po way. We's po. So I'm just gonna coat lightly. Well, you don't want a lot of that sweet baby Rays to kick your butt. So we're just cooking. We fried them up. Oh yes, ma'am. Just very simple, El Cheapo. This is how you do in the housing project. You got an old raggedy old bowl. You bake with stuff like this, with stuff like this. That's why I started kind of laughing at myself. I was looking at this foil thing because I know there's a lot of wings, and then I had this covered in foil. I thought, good golly, I'm back in the housing projects. And that's why I said, you know what? Housing projects. I'm going to put that in the title. I'm back in the projects, y'all. It's 1970. No, there was no air fryer. There was no microwave. Your butt was over there on the stove. Nope, nothing against that now. You didn't have George Foreman. There's no George Foreman grill in 1972. No, your butt was over here. You had to stand over the stove and do some cooking. And get off your butt and cook. You start cooking. You sometimes you be starting the greens the night before, or sometimes early Sunday morning. You be up at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to get them greens and all that stuff ready. And then you go to church. Then you get your church meeting clothes on. And then you go to church, and then you lower everything down or whatever. Or turn it off and start the process when you get home. Get out of your church clothes. Get out of them church clothes. You go play outside till this food is done. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? I bet you that sounds familiar to some of y'all. I just put the coat it with the Sweet Baby Ray's. Yep. You had one good outfit, one good pair of shoes, or your church shoes. Don't you let mama catch you trying to play out in the play or play outside with your church shoes on. Your butt will be very sore. You know how much I paid for them shoes? Get them shoes off, boy. Yes, ma'am. I know somebody that, don't you all pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Yes, ma'am. Oh, you think you're the only one, huh? No, you ain't. No, you aren't. No, you're not the only one. So basically, we're just going to heat these up in the oven for a little bit. That's all. I got a whole pizza over here. I just did everything before I turned the camera on. I didn't want to have you sitting here when I'm cutting chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? I just decided to try to get a lot done, and have the wings just about ready. You know? Ain't no sense in keeping you up here for 3 hours, you know, unless it's Saturday and I just feel like it, you know. And go, yeah, oh baby, come on now. Come on now. With all these wings, yeah, I did actually need both pans. No, I'm not eating all these things. I'll be eating some tomorrow. All right, nicely soaked. Look at that, perfect. You know, I need. I'll just shut up and bring you over. In the bathroom, like I said yesterday. In the bathroom, I took the plunger. There was a mop in there, and what else? Oh, the toilet brush. I doubled up a Walmart bag and put those in the bag. And then I put those under the sink wrapped. And then I got right behind that stove with some antibacterial stuff, you know, clean the floor. Because she wants to get in there and try to walk around the toilet. I don't let her do that, but she gets away from me sometime, right? So I did that. I've got a wicker basket that I've shown you over and over in the bathroom. There's something about it that she really likes. So I'm in the bathroom. I forget, I was brushing my teeth. I was in the mirror. She come walking in, and there's 3 baskets, I think, to this little cart thing, El Cheapo cart thing. She just climbs in it, and then she just sits in the bottom, and she likes it. She just likes to sit in there. She'll come in the bathroom. If I'm brushing my teeth or something, I'll let her come in. So I took that cart. I took all the shampoo bottles out of it and all the stuff out of it. I put it in the shower. I put it in the shower. I got a brush. And I just brushed it really good on the inside. I flipped it upside down and cleaned the bottom. I rinsed it with scalding hot water and soap. And then since it was 100 degrees out, I put it outside to dry in the hot sun. And now that's in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom right now. Guess where I think she's probably sitting? Probably in that bottom basket. She's all right. I don't want you to think that I'm, going willy-nilly. For a kitten, here, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said I was going to bring you over. For a kitten being very small, I almost went into shock. I'm laying there in the bed. I feel something. It's her. She jumped onto the, let me see. What's that first part of the bed? Not the mattress, the box spring. She put her claws on the box spring and just climbed her way up to the mattress and held on to for dear life onto the comforter. And she just crawled up my leg and came up here. I'm like, I told you, the cat weighs 1 pound, I think now. She has no fear. She's not afraid of nothing. So there you have number 1. Rinse off the wings. You cut them in half. Take that extra little piece off the wings. Split them in half. Sprinkle some of this on there. Fry them up. Dip them in whatever hot sauce you like. Yep, this is a pie pan. And there's just a regular cookie sheet. And we're gonna put these in the oven. Very basic and simple. Yeah, I got a little intimidated. Well, I should probably come up with something real super duper special for the chicken wings. I'm like, I'll just cook them the way I like to cook them. Let me see the time. I'll give them just a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, that's all. Let's investigate what the kitty is doing. Are you calm down now? Are you calm? Are you gonna calm down? You're gonna still act crazy? Here we go. Is there something wrong with it? You don't like that flavor? You okay? You alright? Yeah? You want to come sit on my lap for a little while, huh? You want to come and sit down for a few minutes while the chicken wings get done? Okay, come on. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, come here. Come here. You come over here. We're gonna go, you know what? We'll sit over here for about 5 minutes while they cook, okay? I gotta wash my hands again. No, Mommy don't like you crying. Mommy don't like you crying, but at the same time, Mommy don't like you crying, okay? I don't like you crying, but at the same time, yeah. You like the perspective from up here, huh? You like the perspective from up here? You want to see what I'm doing? All right. I got you. I'm telling you. Having a little thing like this is like she is a baby, you see. So she wants some attention. I just had her laying on the bed with me. I had her laying on the lounge chair with me. She was laying on the bed with me. Uh, and then she got off the chair and she laid in front of that little teepee that sister sent. And she's just chilling. But I think we just want a little bit of attention. Hmm? You just want some attention? You all right? Hmm? Yeah? Hmm. Why don't we just sit here for a few minutes? How about that? I'm going to turn the heat off of those wings because they're cooked already. I don't want them to burn. You want to look at the chat? You want to look at the chat with me and see who's here? Just one moment, please. I'm coming. You wanna look at the chat? Would you like to look at the chat with me and say hi? Mm? You don't have to cry. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be you all right. Mm-hmm. Yes, I talk to my cat like it's a human being. There we go. You know, look at that. Mm-hmm. I think somebody just wanted to be held. Mm. You all right? Hmm? Okay. I think this is what we want for a few minutes. Let's check the chat together. You want to check the chat with me? Okay, hold on. Here's Yaki Snacky, Nazia Sajad, Ms. Lena, America Birturk. Thank you, America Birturk. Thank you, Pilsers12. Who's the boss now? This 1 pound cat is the boss. Can you believe that? Hey, Fitness Frank. Yeah, she is very vocal. You're right. Oh, your mother's afraid of cats? I got a little story about that. When I lived in North Carolina, these two ladies moved in next door. These two roommates moved in. Let me see. Oh, I want this one. These two roommates moved in. And so I never would, I would bring Fancy out. Okay. When she climbs like this, I must put her down. Okay. You gotta let go. Don't get cranky on me. Come on. There you go. There you go. Okay. Yes, ma'am. But anyways, so I never brought. They had never seen uh my cat, and Fancy was pretty sizable. At least to me, she was. So what I would do is I would open the apartment door. I would let Fancy come out and let her sit down, just to get out and get some fresh air. So one day, I opened the door and I was sitting there, and Fancy was on the ground, just laying there, her tail going like this, just chilling, because it was really hot, right? The neighbor opens their door. The neighbor opens their door. Her eyes get like saucers. Oh my gosh, that's a big cat. I'm afraid of cats. Can you put your cat in the house? And I'm like, oh, this is okay. I never knew you had a cat. I go, yeah, I have a cat. I go, but, I've never seen anybody to be afraid of her. She's pretty gentle, you know. So I got up and I put the cat back in the apartment. So I was kind of very much aware. There are some people that are afraid of cats. I don't know why. They might have had an experience where they walk by. If a cat will jump up and scratch your ankles and bite you for whatever reason. And sometimes people have a childhood, come on. People have a people have a childhood memory or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Let me hold on. Let me have a look at you. You look fine. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. It's one of those nights. Let me rinse my hands and get those wings out, so we can go. Kind of like when I brought my son home from the hospital. That boy would not stop crying, but he's just a brand new baby, and diaper dry, fresh bottle, and I was just holding him, walking back and forth in my house when he was a baby. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, 19 and a half inches long. I'm looking him over to make sure he was fine, physically fine. But it was just crybaby night. Y'all ever remember, if you have children, when they were little and they were babies, and they would just cry, just to cry? I feel like I'm reliving this now with the cat. Yeah, I'm looking at her. Yeah, I'm thinking, is she hurt? Is she this? Is she that? There we go. Ooh. All right, beloveds. Let's get those wingy dings out. Woo! Ooh! When you put hot sauce in that oven, whoa, that stuff hits you in the nose. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice and baked on. That hot sauce is nice, and that's what I wanted. I just wanted it to bake on the wings. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes, ma'am. There's pan number 2. Okay, we got the oven turned off. Make sure you can see what I see. Okay, where is it? I need another fork. Okay. You're just gonna have to meow, boo-boo. I am not picking you up right now. Okay? That's just how it's gonna be. I can't pick you up and carry you around like that. I am not doing that. I know some people like to do that. They'd like to get the pouch and carry the cat around. I don't like doing that. All right. Might as well get them all on the plate. I'm not gonna eat them all, obviously, but... Oh my gosh. They look pretty good. They look pretty good. Okay. All right, Missy. Come on. No. Come on. No, baby. No, I gotta put you in here. I gotta do this, okay? Because you're just gonna keep All right. Okay. Got that right. For goodness sakes, hold on a second. I'll be right there. Mm. Mm. I don't know. I can't tell what this. I don't know. I don't know what end that is. I'll be right there. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Mm. I would like to thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for hanging out with me for a few. I haven't made chicken wings and I can't even remember the last time I made chicken wings. I usually just buy the pre-coated ones that are spiced and you just reheat or heat up. And I never really make chicken wings. And if I don't get some blue cheese, I am a criminal. Ah, yes, yes. It's against the law. Where is the blue cheese? There we go. Child, if I don't have this right here, they're gonna remove me from the Chicken Wing Hall of Fame. If you that or the ranch dressing on the side. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I like this brand. It's pretty good. The Ken's Chunky. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the food you've given me. I ask that you bless it in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. All right, let's give you a. Make sure you can see. Where's my. Trying to find something. But, anyways, shut up and just show us the chicken wings, lady. There you go. Let's try it with nothing on it. It just has the adobo on it and the Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce. Fried them on top with a little adobo. Put the hot sauce on there and put it in the oven just for a few minutes just to heat it. Let me tell you something. Ain't none of them chicken wing people got nothing on me. Oh, oh, child. Ooh, that's good. Give me some napkins. Oh, yes. You know something? You know something? Sometimes the simplest of recipes are the best. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. It could be fine without adobo, just the wing sauce. Tastes good to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can see they're fully cooked. And these are good. Mm-hmm. You know what's good when you got wing sauce on your fingers, baby. Mm-hmm. Those are good. And in about a day and a half, my hips are going to remind me that I fried some chicken. That's the blue cheese. Hold on. There we go. There you go. You got that. And then you dip that bad boy in that blue cheese. And some people do not like blue cheese. They like ranch. Or you know what? Sometimes they don't want anything. They just want to eat the wings. Yes, my baby. Yes, my baby. Mm-hmm. Hallelujah! That is good. I can't eat them all. Mm-mm. When it gets really hot like this, it was the high was 100 degrees today. Like I said earlier when I first started the broadcast, when I got in my car to go downtown, it was 109 degrees in my car. Mm-hmm. Mm. There is nothing like some good old chicken wings. Whether you order them honey barbecue, barbecue, plain, whatever which way you like them. Hmm. I was looking at all these different recipes. They had this one recipe where you you pat the chicken wings dry and then you coat them in baking powder and then you bake them and it's supposed to make it really crispy. I actually got the baking powder out and the spices for it, and then I looked at it and I go, you know what? I don't want to do this. I just want to fry them and coat them. That's what I want to do. Why in the world sometimes we try to put ourselves under pressure to be a certain set way in front of the camera? Why can't we just cook and just go ahead and cook the way we cook? I think if you're a content creator, I think just keeping it real and just being relaxed in front of the camera and just being yourself, just be yourself is the way to go. You don't have to try to be like anybody else. Just be yourself. Just be yourself, beloved. I'm talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. Really good. I'll tell you what else. I got skin. I don't want to eat that piece of skin. Mm-mm. But anyways, I get the Pilgrims. I think they're called Pilgrim's Pride wings. Pilgrim's Pride. Is it Pilgrim's Pride? And I think they're called hot and spicy, something like that. They used to be like $7. Then the price went up. It kept going up, and now I think they're $14 or $15 or something like this. Maybe more than that. This big old thing of wings, and plus that little plate of them. It was $9 and change. $9 and change for the pack at Walmart. So in my opinion, I saved quite a bit of money by doing it this way. My beloved. I just wanted to, come in just for a few minutes and just be here with you. I told you I would cook the chicken wings. I just wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. It's no big deal. They're just chicken wings. It's no big deal. It's just grandma sitting here chilling with y'all. Just one second. Hey, Riza Barz. Let me see. Bazart. Enya McLeod, My Rosie 45. This is what I love. I like when y'all and Sister Charisse. Sister Charisse, thank you so very much. If you go over to Sister Charisse's channel, she does hauls for clothing from different sites or from shopping. She there's I forget what else. She has outfits of the day, different makeup and stuff like that. I consider her to me to be a glam girl, if you will. She can just she can put outfits together and look very glamorous, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. She may still be in the chat, she may not be in the chat right now, but she is called, her YouTube name is her name, I believe, Charisse. Beautiful clothing, beautiful clothing. And she'll put all these different outfits together. And I know there's a lot more that she does on her channel, but the last video, I do believe, I haven't gone there since the last video, I think might have been a haul video for clothing, I think. But that's Sister Charisse. You're very welcome, Sister Charisse. It's an honor. It's an honor to see you here. This is very interesting. I've come on a few days in a row, and now I'm seeing different people. My Rosie 45. Thank you so much, Sister Enya. Sister Enya, if you're wondering, Sister Enya McLeod is all the way in Germany, y'all. Is in Germany. And Robin Sadowski, thank you so very much, honey. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, honey. Thank you so much. I don't know if y'all are all still here because I've been running my mouth dealing with the cat. Brother Ganga, from the other side of the world, if you see Ganga Betwal, Bhetwal. Let me tell you something about this man. He sings, he shows photographs of his country and places that he goes. Sometimes he'll be singing in the background and then he'll show different pictures while he's singing. He's in the country of Nepal. He has quite a following. He has quite a following. He had this one video where it was him, I think it was him and 4 other gentlemen, and they had different instruments and they were just singing and playing. Did I understand the language? I did not. But I was kind of taken aback at the fervor, it was sung with such emotion, it just makes you want to cry. For real. I just sat back and I just watched a group of friends. It looked like an outdoor restaurant or cafe or something, and they each had different instruments. There's 4 or 5 men together. I love seeing their culture. I love seeing sometimes different cultures where it's very simplistic. I told you the story before. I'll say it again. I don't know if it was the Philippines or it might have been Vietnam. There's a family, they have a house on sticks. They go to the river with a net or whatever. They literally fishing for their supper for the fish. Then they have a garden and they're barefoot. They go get a whole bunch of fish in one video, and there was like 4 or 5 different groups of people, and they worked together, at least in this video, like a little mini community of people. And they're kind of, all the women they're kind of in a semicircle, and they're throwing out stuff they didn't really, maybe it was too tiny or something they wouldn't eat, but the rest they had fish and different things. And then they go over and build a fire, had a big old pot. They were frying some stuff and boiling and going and getting the vegetables. Everybody as a group, there must have been about 9 people in the one video that I watched. I watch other videos, and they're all sitting there. They got the food together. They bring the food back together as a mini community. They're all cooking together, and then they're breaking bread together. Let's see. We just kind of think about the United States because we're in the United States. I like to travel to other countries via the interweb and see how they're living and how they're doing. I do. And Brother Ganga is a very faithful kind of a person. If you're going to go out and check his channel and leave a comment, 99.9 tenths of the time, he will come back in a day or two and check out your video. Or like he did today, came in at my live. I'm very grateful that he did. Something special about him. Not just coming in here, but there's just something very special. Yes, Sister Enya, more unity. You're very welcome. Namaste, Brother Ganga. I really love you, brother. I really do. I think, Brother Ganga, that you're a very special person. I do. I just do. Or else I wouldn't say it. If I didn't think this, I wouldn't say it. But that's what I think about you. Yes, I do. I like seeing the culture. And then when they were singing and they had the different instruments, not regular instruments that we see normally in the United States, a high-pitched instrument, and they're singing in their language, and they all knew the song, and they're singing it together, and there's just something about it. I don't know how to describe that, but it was a beautiful thing to watch. These 4 or 5 men together just singing like that. Let's see. Just singing like that. He is in Nepal. Nepal. He is in the country of Nepal. And I have people subscribe to me, as you know, from Nepal. That's him. From India. From Canada, as you all know. Sister Enya and somebody else from Germany. The Philippines. Russia. India. Just all these different lands. It humbled me. It humbled me. When I watched the one video of, like Sister Enya said, of everything together as a community, it humbled me. I'm sitting here in my little rectangle with my shoes and my boots, and, I just get in my little car and drive to the store and get my food. Here these people are, like in the Bible days, literally fishing for their dinner. Thank you, Julie. Let me see. Vilharta for coming in. Thank you, Julie. Villarta or Villarta? I think it's Villarta. I haven't heard from Living... No, I have not. Oh, I know. I keep talking, Brother Ganga. Just some chicken. Brother Ganga, I actually have a whole pizza. Oh, I just don't feel like eating the pizza right now. I'm just going to wrap that up. Oh, I haven't talked to Living for Jesus on the phone. I have not talked to her on the phone. But this is really, really good. I just keep talking. But yeah, I'm taking it back. I just wanted to make sure to acknowledge y'all that are here visiting with me. Hygienic? Hold on just a moment. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're great as well, brother. I've learned to just appreciate people from different cultures. I've learned to understand that we're not the only people in the world. We're in the United States, and sometimes we tend to get, not all of us, some of us, we're kind of just in a little box, and we don't think beyond ourselves into different cultures. I love seeing different cultures. I do. Mm-hmm. There's something else I wanted to say. I want to say something else, but I want to be careful how I say it, okay? Really? Hold on, Brother Ganga. Wait a minute. I'm caring for you because you are my best sis. Please don't make me cry. Brother Ganga, you're going to make me cry. Nepal and America, just opposites in the globe, but we are so close. Exactly. You know what I think, Brother Ganga? I think the world and America, not only just in America, but this whole world would be a better place if we would just try to find what we have in common. What do you and I have in common? We have family. Listen to me. All of us have some kind of family that we love, or somebody that we love. Everybody's got to get up in the morning. Everybody's got to take a shower and get ready. Everybody's got to take care of their home, their apartment, or whatever that is. I think that we're getting a little bit into this divide and conquer, and I don't like that. We're getting into this divide and conquer. And sometimes you see things publicly. I got to be careful how I talk, okay? So if I talk around it, just read between the lines. Just read between the lines. The enemy is very busy working through folks, trying to divide people. You take each person as they come. You get to know a person, if you choose, as a human being. Just get to know a person as a human being, have a conversation, and look for what you have in common. And just do what the Heavenly Father said, which is to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Now, I'm not talking about just running up and trying to bear hug everybody on the street. Not anything like that. But just trying to treat those that we come in contact with a little bit of tenderness and understanding. A little bit of tenderness and understanding. Yeah. What do we have alike? Brother Ganga is in Nepal. Brother Ganga has family that he loves. My Rosie 45 has family. Spread the Light, Enya McLeod, Ms. Lena, Julie Villarta, all of you, Reese, Robin Sadowski, Yaki Snacky, all of you. These aren't just names I'm looking at that I'm sliding down my cell phone looking at your name. These are individuals. These are people with lives. You see? Papa Texas. Oh, I'm so sorry, Papa Texas. I'll send you the email. Hey, K.E. Rose. Thank you, Kim Rose. Thank you, Nazia Sajad. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. America Dabir Turk. Thank you. And spread the light. Yeah. Kim we look at more of what we have alike? Yes, they do. I agree with that, spread the light. There's not a lot I can say about certain set subject matter on my channel. But the enemy, the devil himself, is all about that control. Yes, he is. And he's all about that divide and conquer. He's all about that look at what they have different. He's all about, a perception of what you think a person would be like. Just based on this. You're just looking at this. And then maybe you'll see stories or stuff like this. I'll be careful how I say it. You'll see a slanted ideal or perception of what you would think that person would be like. Why don't you get to know people for yourself? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if we just, hey, how you doing today? I know that sounds kind of corny. Maybe that sounds kind of boring. But wouldn't it be a lot better if we just try to sit there and just try to see what we have alike? How we're alike? Wouldn't that be nice? I think I have a black father and a Puerto Rican mother for a reason. I think God did that on purpose. I think God did that on purpose. He does not make mistakes. I am not a mistake. I think he did that for a purpose. Maybe just for this conversation we're having right now. Oh, yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. In the housing projects, in the 1970s, in the housing projects in New Haven, Connecticut, we had Puerto Rican people, black people, white people, and, within the Caucasian race, Italian people, Polish people, all kinds of people. As children, we're just having fun. We're just playing games, playing basketball, playing dodgeball. We had this thing where there'd be 4 people in a square, and you'd bounce the ball and hit it to the next person. Hopscotch, on the swings, visiting each other's houses. It was really chilled. You just had fun. You didn't think about it. You didn't think about this. You did not. You didn't. Not where I was raised in the projects. We didn't even talk about. We're just having fun. Sometimes they'd have big, huge barbecues. Bunches of us. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Mm-hmm. True enough, there are evil people. There are evil people that base everything on this in every race. There's just some really bad people out there. We know it. I would venture to guess the 24 people here and me, that's 25. We don't think like that. Not one of us. About anybody. We just love the Lord God and we love people. We just love Him and love people. I don't know. It's just this is how I've always been. I've just always been like this. So when I see stuff, and I see folks mistreating one another just based on this, it's kind of looking like like me looking at an alien. It's weird to me. I think because of a generalized perception of what's being shown. I think that you're being shown a slanted view or perception that someone wants you to see. You see. This is what a coffee creamer is, just like this. Every single coffee creamer, you'll get a swirl of coffee looking just like this. For every single coffee creamer, it looks exactly like this. I know this sounds like an ignorant way of presenting what I'm trying to say, but you're all grown men and women. You know what I'm saying. This is exactly what every single container of coffee creamer is, just like this. There's no other way to talk about it. All the coffee creamer is like this. Kind of like that. You know, I missed I missed like 1972, where everybody was just chill. We were just chill. We were just having fun. Just having fun. I would go over, I told you about my friends. I would go over to the Sewell family, the Sewell's house. And this is Mama. She had 8 or 9 children. It was a really big family. And me and Sister Carol were the best of friends at one point. And my older sister was about to go down south with the mother of her son. He was from Tennessee. And I knew they were coming from down south, and I did not know how to cook greens. My mother didn't cook collard greens. I didn't know how to cook collard greens. I kind of did. So I called my friend Carol Sewell, and she came over, sister from another mister. She said, look here, girl, we got to go shopping. Went shopping. We got the greens. I just wanted to make I said, look, they're coming from Tennessee. I know how to cook chicken and stuff I just don't know anything about these greens. She said, she came over and we got it all together and cooked a nice southern dish. The collard greens, chicken, and whatever else. Cornbread, You got Carol Sewell, a high yellow sister. You got the black Puerto Rican woman. You got my Puerto Rican mother. You got these folks coming from down south, African American. They're coming from down south. All of us together. We're sitting all together around my mother's table, having a wonderful meal. Just chilling. Just chilling. Just laughing and enjoying each other's company on the real. Man, why can't it be like that? Why can't it be like that? What in the HE double hockey sticks has happened? And the father of my niece, he was coming, and then they were going to all go back together. And his brother was saved to the bone. His wife was pretty close to giving birth. Every night with us, talking to her on the phone, talking to his wife every single night. It was about 3 nights. Every single night, that brother had that Bible open. That was a silent witness to me as a youngster, watching this man open up his Bible the 3 or 4 nights he was with us. It would be late at night. He would be the only one up. He'd just have a lamp on in the living room and just reading it. I want more of that so bad. I feel like crying. I want more of that so bad, where everybody was just so relaxed and just loved each other. That devil's just trying to divide. And then he's slipping in and trying to divide families. I just pray that you won't allow, I pray that you will recognize that for what it is. As you're on your job or out on the street or in the store, in the Dollar Tree, in Walmart, and you just run into somebody, you know, it's please, thank you, hi, hello, excuse me, yes ma'am, yes sir, no matter who you're looking at. Now, if they're going to be mean and nasty and stuff like that, if a person's just going to be out and out nasty, you just, hey, am I stupid or ignorant or something for wanting that so bad? Miss My Rosie, growing up, my best friends were Asian, Black, Italian, and now as a mother and grandmother, I worry about the friends my kids have. Yes. hmm it was in my high school was a very diverse school. In my grammar school, there was just all different people, and everybody was like friendly and friends and stuff. Everybody just loved on one another, respected one another. And the parents, it was, yes, Miss Such and so. It was either you found out the first name, it was like if the first name was Gladys, it would be, yes, Miss Gladys, or yes, Mrs. Jones, or yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. That's how it used to be. I raised my son like that on purpose. My son, when I was in the country, one of my best friends at my old job, who happened to be Caucasian, she was the first one to watch my son. When I moved into Rochester, was it Rochester? Um, I had on purpose, an African American woman watching my son. I did that on purpose. I wanted my son to be around different races of people on purpose. My son, in my humble opinion, as a 35-year-old man, he can have a conversation with anybody. He can have a conversation with anybody. I don't know why I'm like this. I just am. I'm not trying to be anything. It's just how I am. It's how I talk. This just how I am. I just always been like this. Thank you, Jan. I'm grateful for you, Jan. Come on, Sister Pilsner's 12. You live near Rochester? In Leroy? I passed the sign of Leroy. I passed, excuse me, itchy nose. I passed that sign of Leroy. Mm-hmm. We were, you ever heard of a town called Sodus, Miss Jan? A town called Sodus, Williamson, Sodus. You go Sodus, then Williamson, then Rochester. Yeah. I've lived in Williamson. You know the Apple Festival every year in I think it's Williamson. How they have the Apple Festival every year. Have you ever been to Naples and like Italy, but Naples where they have the grape festival? Or have you ever been to the grape festival in Naples? Have you? Just put it this way. Have you ever had grape pie? I love me some grape pie. I need to get the recipe. Some people probably think that's the weirdest thing, but they actually have something called the grape, you know, little grape pie. That little place, when you first get into Naples, you know, the town is really small, and that first right-hand turn, you know that restaurant, they've got the grapevines. Yeah, but when you first come in, I think I forget the road, 85, I forget the road. But anyways, you come into Naples. When you first come in, you got the high school. The high school, I think it is. But before the high school, there's a place where there was a husband and wife team. Older people. On the right-hand side, I think it was. And they sold the greatest grape pies on earth. I used to go there all the time and get their grape pies. But what's the name of that restaurant? You know that restaurant? You got the restaurant, you got the school. You know that restaurant? I can't think of the name of it. It's kind of fancy looking, but it's very small in Naples. I went to that restaurant a couple times. I had never been all the years, you know, I lived in Naples at one point. Believe it or not, at one point I lived in Naples. Oh yes, that's a tiny, tiny little town. One supermarket. I've lived so many places, it's ridiculous. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you first come into town, there's a restaurant, it's known. And then you go a little bit further, it's near the school. It's kind of near the school when you first come into town. I think it's Route 45, 45 or 85. I can kind of still see it in my head. It's a very tiny town. And then they have the end of the Canandaigua River. The end of the Canandaigua River. Love you. Love you, Ganga. That's all right. Child, like I used to say about myself when I was younger, I used to get lost all the time. When my son was about 11 years old, he had to direct me home from Walmart. I made the wrong turn. He was 11 years old. Mommy, you're turning the wrong way. Don't feel bad. Back then, even right now, I cannot find my way out of a wet paper bag. May I say that again about myself? I cannot find my way out of a wet paper bag, girl. Don't feel bad. I use Google on this phone to find stuff that's 5 minutes away. I ain't gonna lie. Ask my son. There's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to sit up there and lie. I'm bad when it comes to directions. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. Well, we had the Google, the maps, and I had my son with me. My son is the brains of the operation. He's the computer guy. My son did my taxes one year. He's the computer guy. Oh, yes, indeed. But now I'm an idiot of one living by myself, and sometimes if I need some advice, I give him a call if I can't figure something out, you know? But yeah. That's it right there, Sister Lena. Come on now. Come on now. GPS. Gotta have that GPS. If it wasn't for GPS, I would lose my mind. But when I was young, in my early 20s, we had something called a map. Does anybody remember what a paper map, MAP? Does anybody remember what a map looks like? I remember getting married to my son's father way before my son was born, and he was in the Coast Guard, and we were living in Buffalo. Was it Buffalo? I think we were in Buffalo, New York. I got a newspaper, and you looked at the want ads. Does anybody remember something called the want ads? Or am I the only person here that remembers the want ads? Where you opened up the want ads and you circled several jobs and you got a map. And that's what I did. I got a map. And then you're writing the addresses down, and I'm looking on the map, writing it down old school, driving from interview to interview. Yep, you got your newspaper out. You got your newspaper out and you're looking. Okay, secretaries. Hello? Yes, I'm inquiring about this job. I wanted to come in for an interview if that was possible, or to fill out an application. What time can I come in? Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Click, and you got it written down. You circle the ad, maybe cut the ad out and tape the ad onto that piece of paper, and you write the address down. You got 4 or 5 on you, and you're just... Sometimes you got to pull over to the side of the road and look at the map and look up and make sure you're in the right place. That's how it used to be. There was no cell phones. A little bit later on, you had pagers. Remember, does anybody remember clipping a pager? Remember the pagers we'd clip to our waist or to our belts or have them in our purse? And someone would page you, and you'd see the number. You would go to a phone booth, open up your little change purse, take out a quarter or a dime, ching, 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 and call them. Hello? You paged me. What's going on? Or you waited till you got home. You didn't have to be like this. The big deal was pagers and answering machines. Back in my day, pagers was a big deal, and the answering machine. As things started to kind of, before the internet. It's like you come home, you take off your shoes at the door, put your purse down, take your coat off. You either grab a beer, a soda, or whatever. You're sipping, you press the button, and you're opening up. You press the button, you're sipping a soda out of the fridge, and you're looking in the freezer to get something to eat. And beep, hello? Yes? I'm sorry I missed you. Blah, 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 blah. Hello, this is the blah, blah company. You can call us back at blah, 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 blah. Beep. Next person. Beep. Next person. Then you rewind it back. It was just so simple. Then you had the flip phone. Remember when you thought you were pretty cool? You had that lovely flip phone. Remember the flip phones? They still sell them. They still sell flip phones for about $20 or $30 at Walmart. Some people prefer the flip phone because they don't want to deal with the internet. All they want is to be able to talk to you and to text. That's it. They don't want anything else. And there's some folks that prefer that. Party lines, I remember that. Yes, Lynn, says my Rosie 45. You are right. Now everyone needs to know where we are at all times. And then my Rosie 45. Those giant cell phones with the antenna, yeah, they look like a brick. Many people said they were kind of like a brick. I remember that. The ones in the car were very big. Con Gao Bato or Batu. Hello, my friend. Nice to see you too. Yes. But most of the time, you waited until you got home. You waited until you got home. Unless it was an emergency, you gave your kids and whoever, your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter, whoever was in your household, if you were living with somebody, whoever, they just had your work number and they knew what time you went to work. So that if there was an emergency, they'd say, do not call my job unless it's an emergency. And that's what we did. We waited till we got home. Or we called at lunchtime. You would kind of call and check in at lunchtime if you had family home. And that's what we did. Daddy and mommy would come home at a certain time. Or maybe mommy was home and daddy was at work. That's how it used to be. I don't know where we came from, waiting until you got home to having to know every second what someone's doing, where they're going, what they're eating, when they went to the bathroom, just about, How did we get here? How in the world did we get here? It was so much simpler. It was so much simpler. My mother had one house phone in the living room. If I needed to call her, I went to a public phone and put a nickel in. A nickel. Or a dime. If I forgot something or she asked me to get something and I was quote unquote downtown and I couldn't remember or there was a different color or just something, I just needed to make sure I had the right thing in my hand. Mom, sorry to bother you. I got it, but is this the right thing? It says this. It's right, Lynn. That's the right one. Is the package blue? Yeah, the package is blue. Oh, okay. I'll see you when I get home. Or more like this. Me and my sister would get on 2 buses to go to the good neighborhood. We'd take 2 buses so we could go to a really big mall. That was big doings. We got on the bus. The bus was 25 cents. I'm going down memory lane a little bit. You got onto the bus in front of the housing projects. You got a transfer. You would get on the bus. You would wait for the second bus to Hamden, Hamden, Connecticut, leaving New Haven, going into the suburbs. You'd get on the second bus downtown to Hamden. You hand them the bus transfer. And then you just keep an eye on the window, and then there's the wire. Remember that? You just look up. Here comes all our stores. Carmen, there it is. Pull the thing. You pull it. You just get out. You go shopping. Stop and have lunch. Come back with 4, 5, 6 bags. Buy mom something. Get on the bus, put your quarter in, get the transfer, go downtown New Haven, get on the second bus, dragging all your bags, your shoes, your clothes, your junk that you bought, and then you end up in front of the housing projects. Walk into the projects down the Hamilton Street or Franklin Street, climb 3 flights of stairs, and there you are back at mom's place. I can just see it all up here. Very clear, even though I'm very old now. And I was 14 or 15 back then. I'm 61 now. I can just see it all in my head. And I miss it. I miss those innocent times. Going to Learners. In Learner's department store back in the day, some of you may remember the elevator? The elevator, there would be 2 or 3 floors in a store, and it would have that scissor looking door, and there'd actually be an elevator operator. He would pull this big handle and open the door like a scissor, and then the other door would open. You would get on, and there'd be a guy operating. What floor, please? 3rd floor, 4th floor. He would take you up or down. Then he would open the elevator door, and then open the scissor door after, and then you'd get out on the 2nd, 3rd floor and go shopping. That's how it used to be. There was actually an elevator operator that operated the elevator back in the day. Oh, yes, indeed. I remember that. And I remember going to the mall. I'll be quiet in a minute. I'm going down memory lane. I'm sorry. I kind of got away from the chat, and I'm traveling back to my childhood. We would go into the Chapel Square Mall, downtown New Haven, Connecticut. And we go to the 2nd floor and go to Orange Julius. Does anybody remember Orange Julius? Where you get the Orange Julius? It was orange and creamy and cold. Maybe nobody remembers the Orange Julius. I don't even think they're open anymore. But that was a big deal. Me and Carmen would run up the stairs. Yeah, I agree about the smartphones be doing the tracking. Hi, believe it or not, hard to believe, there is a Dairy Queen downtown in my town. If you can hardly believe it. There is one. I went there a year and a half ago. I haven't been to a public restaurant, even McDonald's or Burger King, since this whole thing started. I've been terrified to get anything from Burger King, from any of those Taco Bell. I'm scared to do it. Maybe I'm being ridiculous, but I'm scared to go to go to McDonald's. I know I sound like an idiot. I'm actually afraid to order fast food. I'm afraid. I need to get over myself. I confess, I'm scared to do it. I'm scared to do it. Yeah, Orange Julius. It was like orange juice and ice, some kind of fruit stuff in it, and then it had like a cream, some kind of a cream with it. And they would blend it all up. You just type in Orange Julius, 2 separate words, Julius, Julius. I don't know if they're still open. There was a chain of them. The best tasting orange drink I ever had in my life. We couldn't do it all the time. We didn't have a lot of money. I'll be quiet. I'll say one more thing about this. Carmen and I and my older sister would go downtown. They would have 2 or 3 movies. You could get a movie ticket, a small popcorn, and a soda, and I think even a Milk Duds, and get into the movies, all of that for $1. For $1. And sometimes my mother, we'd be we'd be begging on, we want to go to the movies. We want to go to the movies. We would just bug her. And she's sitting there trying to count pennies as we was poor. She's sitting there, she's all right. She goes, I got enough, but all I got is $1 for each one. Don't you lose that money and try to come back and get more. So we got, yay! And Daisy and me, like the triplets, we would walk to the theater. It was that close. You go in, and get a little popcorn, get our soda, and there would be Bruce Lee movies. Bruce Lee movies, or something kind of like Shaft movies, but it wasn't Shaft, but it was old school movies, 70s movies, And we would just go to movies on Saturday afternoon for $1. You get all of that. $1 each. Yeah, Orange Julius. They make that drink. I don't know what they do now, but that drink itself, I'm telling you, it's like orange and orange cream. It's kind of like having a creamsicle. But I don't know quite how to describe the flavor. The closest I can come to it is like having a liquid creamsicle. Remember the creamsicles that were orange on the outside? And that vanilla ice cream in the middle. Remember those? This is the other thing that I like, the Good Humor bars, right? The Good Humor man would come, and he had strawberry shortcake. He had the orange creamsicle. He had the, I forget the other one. But there was, I got to describe this right. It was a vanilla bar. Vanilla ice cream. Listen to me. A stick. You had vanilla ice cream dipped in the crackly, when you bite it, just crackly chocolate. But on the stick in the middle was a piece of chocolate about that big. On the stick in the middle. So you'd bite into chocolate, and then you'd get the vanilla ice cream. But when you went all the way to the middle, there was a big old chunk of chocolate in the middle. I don't know what you call those, but some of you may remember the ice cream man coming. And then we had that ice cream man, the Good Humor man, and then we had Mr. Softy. Does anybody remember Mr. Softy? Mr. Softy, he would come down your street, and he'd have the soft cone, the vanilla, the chocolate, or the swirl with both vanilla and chocolate. He'd roll it in peanuts, or he'd dip it in that chocolate. Child, I'm getting hungry. I'm sure some of you may remember a little bit of what I'm saying, some may not. But that was a big deal. We could get an ice cream for 10 cents or for 25 cents, and we'd all be lined up waiting. Good times. Good times. I'm afraid, Miss Lena. Yeah, good memories. And we all looked out for one another. We all looked out for one another. In the 1970s, no one gave a care about, we didn't, at least for me in my world, in the projects, nobody thought about anybody And nobody thought about this. I told you that at the beginning of this long-winded conversation. We didn't think about that. Nobody, we're just kids. We're just having fun. Some of us holding hands sometime, all of us together. All of us walking together with our arm around each other's shoulder. I am not exaggerating that point. Going and seeing each other's mamas. Eating different kinds of foods. Listening to music together. WAVZ, New Haven, Connecticut. And me and my sister Carmen, we were sitting, I think it was Hamilton Street, and we were in my mother's living room, and she used to play the radio. We got something new for y'all. This is WAVZ. We got something new for y'all. I'll never forget this. Me and Carmen, we used to just sit down on the couch like this, just sitting down rocking. Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. We got something new. This is called rap. This is called rap. I'm telling you, I swear to goodness. And it's basically, the brother is going to kind of be talking. He's going to talk to like a beat. Right? And then it was premiering. I remember it clear as day. And then he says, I'm trying to remember the first song that I heard. I can't remember. What was the first few songs? I can't remember. You don't stop rocking to the... Going to the boogity bee. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm a rapping to the beat. And me, the crew, and my friends, we're going to try to move your feet. I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello. Hello, remember that? Remember that? That's the first time me and my sister Carmen as kids heard that on the radio. They were literally describing what we were about to hear for the first time. Rap music for the first time. And we were I remember that. I remember that as clear as day. True story. It was a Saturday evening. Oh, yes, indeed. I remember. Yes, Yacky Snacky. Oh, yes, indeed. My mother with her jet black, she had naturally dark brown hair. Don't ask me why. She had naturally dark brown hair, but she'd dye it jet black. Part her hair to the side. She'd roll it up. My mother would take a piece of hair like this. She would take a toothbrush. Don't ask me why. She'd take a toothbrush and she would go like this, and she would roll, my mother would roll her hair like this. Just like a circle. Like that. And then she would take a bobby pin. She would take a bobby pin and she would put one bobby pin this way. And then she would take the second bobby pin and do it crossways. Right? My mother would roll her hair like this. And she would do that all over her whole head. And then she would put a scarf on. And then she would take them all out, all the bobby pins. She had 5,000 bobby pins. And you see how it looks a little curly almost, right? It would be a tight curl. And then she would curl it under and she'd have her hair kind of Marilyn Monroe-like. Tight bell bottoms, tight blouse. She was shaped like a Coke bottle. Mommy was shaped like a Coke bottle. But that's what she used to do. If she didn't have that, Some of you are going to know this. Some of you will know this. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to get it. Don't go nowhere. What she would do to us. Shall I take you back to 1968? Would you like to go back to 1968 in this paper bag? Just take your paper bag. Some of you know what I'm about to do. Y'all remember. Take your paper bag. Roll it up. Does anybody remember this? Don't lie like you don't know what I'm doing. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm doing. My mother would take the paper bag. Take a piece of hair. We was po. Not poor, P-O-O-R. We was on welfare in the projects. We was po. She'd take your hair. This is my mother. She'd take your hair. Get the piece of paper. Get the paper bag. This is what my mother used to do. Take it. What are you doing? That's a hair roller. That's not a piece. That's a hair roller. Then she would take it, wrap your hair around it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm losing it. Hold on. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let's do it again. And then she would roll it up. If I can hold the hair in there. She would roll. Let me come close. She would roll it up. Then, if you could do it just right, you turn it this way. And you tie it in a knot, baby. Tie it in a knot now. Tie it in a knot, kind of like that. And then you put a scarf, and then you tuck it, and then you'd have this on your head. They'd be all over my big head, and then you put a scarf on. Then you put a scarf on. That was your rollers. Just like, that's what my mother used to do to our hair. Yes, she did. And then when you get done in the morning, you take it off. You got to be careful now to unravel it the way you rolled it up. Untie it. You untie it, and then you slowly unravel it because you didn't want to mess up the curl. See that? You see how it's even a little bit curly? See that? But it would come out like little ringlets, like that. And then you could kind of comb it all together and flip it. You could comb it back. You could comb it under. You could get, as long as you had a curl in each piece, it depended on what you wanted. Some would take it back like this, and you got that long piece that's curled, and just turn it like this, and you'd have that curl all the way. It would be straight here, straight right to about here, and then the bottom would be curled outward or under. You would flip it out, or you would flip it under. And of course, you always had the sexy bang. You always had the, have a little bit of a sexy bang. Oh, yes, indeed. You know what I should do? I'm still growing this mess out, but I should try that. I got to try that one night with this, either the bobby pins or this. I'll roll my hair up one night, and then we'll see. I haven't done it. My gosh, I haven't done this in, I'm 61. Let's say this hasn't been put in my head in 50 years. But you know what? It's kind of interesting when you're poor like that. It's not a feel sorry, sad thing. When you're raised like that, and you start to do a little bit better in life, when you start to do a little bit better, and then maybe things go bad for a little bit, you kind of know how to survive. And it doesn't hurt you as bad if you're struggling a little bit. You could always go back to this for a little bit to make it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where, yes, it's kind of a kind of a bad deal when you're struggling a little bit when you're a little girl back then, but it just teaches you a few things. And you go to school having had this in your hair all night or this, right? But you go to school looking as good as somebody else that had regular rollers. But they didn't know you was like this overnight. Come on now, sisters. SISTAH. You know what I'm saying? We could do this for pennies and look just as good as someone that went out and got their hair did. Come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We could, our mothers, some mothers could sew and sew you a beautiful dress on the cheap and put this stuff in your hair at night and then put together an outfit because she knew how to sew, get secondhand clothes, and put you together a real pretty dress and have your hair looking really beautiful and put you just together for prom. And you didn't have to go to the church house looking raggedy. She could just put some stuff together. Mama knew how to do that. She know how to do stuff on the cheap. And you look real good. As long as you were all clean and everything, she could put you together on the cheap. Good memories. Good memories. Ain't nothing sad about that to me. Good memories. Everybody was around the dinner table to eat dinner. Good memories. Watching TV as a family. Watching a scary movie and screaming. You know, good, some good memories. Wholesome, so wholesome. Goodness gracious, I miss that. I miss that. I know that we still have good things going on today. We do. But you never had to know. You just, you know, you never had your head down like this. You know, people sat down together and had a conversation. Sunrise, sunset. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you so much, my Rosie 45. Thank you, Jan and Yaki Snacky and Ms. Lena. Ms. Lena, thank you so very much. Ms. Lena is so kind to me. Come on, Yaki Snacky. Yaki Snacky said pin curls. Can't remember who taught me that. My mother. And then, yeah, later on, she got the sponge rollers. Later on, she eventually got the freaking sponge rollers. But for years and years, she liked the bobby pin thing a lot. And she used the toothbrush to start the roll. She would roll her hair on a toothbrush and then pull the hair off, turn it around, and put those bobby pins on there. I don't know why. She just liked using the end of a toothbrush. It was weird. And then Miss Jan says, we got the softie when we went to the laundromat with my mom. They had Dairy Queen. Yes, I love the Dairy Queen brownie sundae. Has anybody ever had the Dairy Queen brownie sundae with the brownie on the bottom and the vanilla ice cream and the chocolate sauce and the whipped cream with a cherry on top, and you dug all the way down, and the brownie was a little warm. The brownie was a little bit warm at the bottom. Oh my gosh. Can you tell I'm a foodie? I would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to my ridiculousness, for me and my the housing project chicken wings made my way, just fried on top of the stove, some hot sauce tossed on it, put in the oven just for about 6 or 7 minutes till the hot sauce kind of clung to it, kind of coated and stuck, and then put this dressing on the side. Got plenty left. And like I said earlier, I says, well, I got the chicken wings. Let me look for a good recipe. I said, so I said, wait a minute. I'm just want to cook these the way I like. I'm going back to the housing projects. I think I'm going to start doing this a lot more often. Brings in some very good conversation. I think this is a pretty cool idea. That we just kind of travel back to a better time and just kind of talk about just different aspects of growing up that we remember. I want to talk about the good memories. The memories of that prom, the memories of you going to the movies with your friends, the memories of each of us doing, girlfriends doing each other's hair, the memories of visiting each other's houses. I think I'd like to get more of that. I'd like to get into more pleasant, happy memories. And it'll all start with a meal at the table. Thank you for coming to my table. Thank you for coming here and sitting around the table with me. The housing project table. Oh, yes, indeed. That's the best table in town, my friends. The best table in town. Love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you, Yacky Snacky. Thank you, Miss Lena. Thank y'all.